Square in Manhattan this hour, where final preps are underway ahead of tonight's big New Year's Eve celebration. The same deal here at home. Here at Nathan Phillips Square, that's a shot of the rink. Revelers will be ringing in the new year here in Toronto tonight. That party starts at 8. Right now it's 9 o'clock and -9. From 299 Queen Street West, you're watching Toronto's breaking news. CP24, good morning. I'm George Lagagenis. In just a matter of hours, we'll all be saying farewell to 2014 and hello to a brand new year. Again, we're back live at Nathan Phillips Square. Hundreds, in fact thousands, will gather there tonight to ring in 2015. And this year, Mayor John Tory will lead the countdown. Let's go live to Artis Zakarian, who's down on the ground amongst the folks, and I guess things are already starting.
Yes, absolutely. So the decorations are here, and some people are actually started to take on the ice, go on the ice and skate, and lots of you will be skating tonight as well. It looks kind of barren right now actually, but tonight it will be crammed full of people. So the celebrations, the festivities start at 8 o'clock tonight. There will be performers, there will be musicians here, and then it goes all the way until past midnight, until 12:30. At midnight, John Tory will lead us, Mayor John Tory will lead us in a countdown. It will be his first time because he is our mayor now. And right after that, there will be an 8-minute fireworks ceremony. There will be choreographed to music. Some streets around downtown will also be closed. Bay Street between Dundas and Queen will be closed from around 11 o'clock till 12:30. So watch out for that and come down to Nathan Phillips Square. CP24 will be here as well. Back to you, George.
Arda, thanks, and Happy New Year in advance.
Happy New Year to you, too.
And when it comes to getting around tonight, you've got lots of options. Public transit's probably your best bet, and the TTC is offering free service tonight, beginning at 7 o'clock until 7 in the morning on January 1st. New Year's Day, the TTC will have extended subway service as well till 3:30 in the morning. Now, subways and most of the routes will resume a Sunday service schedule beginning at 9 a.m. on New Year's Day. Go Transit, well, they're offering a special schedule as well today. They're going to be giving you more trips in the afternoon so you can get home earlier, and more trips at night for those that are heading out of town to celebrate. They'll also be free after 8 o'clock. And if you're a Presto rider, you can leave the card in your wallet. If you're looking for that perfect last-minute bottle of Champers to pop at midnight, you won't have all night. The LCBO is reminding shoppers of their New Year's Eve hours. Most stores in the locations will close tonight at 6 p.m. ahead of the parties. The LCBO will also be closed tomorrow and then open again on Friday for regular business. If you've got some last minute running around to do, some errands to run, you've got some time. Most businesses are open today, but they'll close early. As for tomorrow, remember, it is a statutory holiday. Banks, post offices, most grocery stores, the beer stores, and LCBO will all be closed. But if you feel like doing some shopping, you can. The Eden Center is going to be open from noon till 5 p.m. Same deal with Square One and the Bramalea City Center. Right around the world, celebrations have already begun to welcome in 2015. They've already rung in 2015 halfway around the world in New Zealand. They ushered in 2015 at 6 a.m. our time in Auckland. Fireworks, as you can see, lit up the skies behind the Sky Tower. What a sight, huh? At 8 a.m. our time, Sydney, Australia welcomed in 2015. This is what it looked like over the bridge at Sydney Harbour. Great fireworks display lighting up the sky. In fact, this is considered one of the most popular New Year's Eve celebrations on the planet. They also set off a display of fireworks earlier in the evening to accommodate families that had young kids. And back live, high above Times Square in Manhattan, where the ball is set to drop at midnight, that big Waterford crystal ball. It weighs nearly 12,000 pounds, features almost 3,000 crystal triangles. The first New Year's Eve ball lowering celebration in the square was held all the way back in 1907. Time now to check weather and traffic. We'll begin with a look at the forecast. For that, we go upstairs and outside to Jamie Goodfriend. Everybody wants to know what's it going to be like outside tonight.
Well, it's a sunny start to the day. It's just not very warm at all. It's quite chilly. We have temperatures around -16 to -17. And if you are heading out this evening and going to be out late throughout the overnight hours, we still have temperatures well into the minus teens with the wind chills. So we're ringing in 2015 on a chilly note, that's for sure. -9 feels more like -15 this morning. In the downtown core, we're seeing wind gusts into the mid-30s. So it's quite gusty here in Toronto. But the sun is shining bright throughout the afternoon. A few extra clouds. -6 will feel more like -15. So we are well below seasonal. Should be closer to -1. But over the next couple of days, we'll see a gradual warm up. And by Sunday, warming up to about 4 degrees. But it comes to the price. Mixed precipitation on the way. We'll talk more about that coming up in your full 5-day forecast.
Well, traffic's been a whole lot lighter than usual. Actually, there was a problem to talk about on the west end from the OPP MTO. There was a collision westbound 401 collectors near Highway 10. However, it's not really backing things up. This is the westbound 401 near the 410. 401 Midtown, eastbound, westbound, nothing to worry about there. It's good on the Don Valley Parkway and on the Gardner. Actually, let's go next camera back. Looks like we have a problem right now on the ramp from Lawrence to the southbound Don Valley Parkway. Looks like we had a spin out. That person is now getting right side out. A couple of problems to talk about. A collision on Steeles east of Keele, and out in the east end there's still that closure to talk about on Warden south of St. Clair. That's affecting some TTC buses through that area. George.
Bob, thanks for that. Ontario's Special Investigations Unit is now looking into a fatal shooting involving police at Warden subway station. Cam Mully is there and joins us now with the latest on the investigation. Good morning, Cam.
Morning, George. We're just giving you a shot of an SIU investigator who's actually just putting up a poster. They've been canvassing for witnesses here at 682 Warden. It's a Toronto community housing building about 650 meters south of the Warden station. Now, trouble started about 12:16 this morning. Witness reported, called 911, actually doing a play-by-play of an armed robbery of a TTC ticket collector. He described a young man armed with what appeared to be a handgun, pointing it at the ticket collector, demanding cash. Cash was turned over. 41 division officers responded very quickly, as did officers from the major crime unit. Now, they tracked the suspect down to this building, 682 Warden Avenue. At the rear of it, just behind the lower part there, SIU tells us there was an interaction between the man and the police. And witnesses here tell us they heard 4 gunshots and witnessed police doing CPR on the suspect. Toronto paramedics attended. They set up an E-run, but the man was pronounced dead here at the scene. We believe that the man that was pronounced dead is a resident of the building. SIU and Toronto Police continue their investigation. Back to you.
Cam, thanks very much for that. And police have now arrested 2 14-year-old boys after a string of purse snatchings near Bathurst and Front. There were actually 4 separate incidents back on Sunday. In each case, women were approached by these 2 boys demanding that they hand over purses. In one instance, the victim claims one of those teens actually had a gun and fired it into the ground. Police here in Toronto were searching for 3 suspects after shots were fired near Jane and Driftwood. Undercover officers were conducting a separate investigation in that area when the shots were fired last night. Now, police say it hasn't been completely figured out and confirmed if the shooting was directed at them, but they say it appears it could have been just coincidence. No suspect description at this time and no reports of any injuries. Toronto police are preparing to address the media this afternoon on the 3-year anniversary of the death of Mike Pimentel. The 24-year-old was fatally stabbed in Liberty Village after leaving a New Year's Eve party at a nightclub near Exhibition Place last year. Now, police believe he got separated from his friends and was involved in some sort of altercation. Police have since began tweeting out clues of the unsolved case in hopes that anyone with information will now come forward. Officers will be speaking to the media from police headquarters at 2 this afternoon. Ontario's tough new anti-smoking rules come into effect with the beginning of 2015. Smokers will now no longer be able to indulge in their habit on a patio or of a restaurant or bar, as well as at playgrounds and publicly owned sports fields. Changes to the Smoke-Free Ontario Act will also include a ban on the sale of tobacco on college and university campuses. Now, the government estimates that about 13,000 Ontarians die every year because of tobacco products. That's about 36 people every day. Well, it's the dream matchup we've all been waiting for at the World Junior Hockey Championships. Canada takes on its arch rival, the Americans. Eric Comrie gets a start in net when Canada faces the States today. Canada's coaching staff says they consider Comrie and goaltender Zach Fucali as equals, and they'll continue to platoon between them. Comrie had a good game against the Germans in the opening round of the tournament, 17-save shutout. Canada has proven to have two strong netminders this year, and that's good news.
Based on what they've done so far in this tournament, boy, oh boy, they look really good. Things are about to get a lot tougher tonight with the Americans, but Canada's playing with a lot of skill, a lot of pace. They're getting the goaltending, and I'd have to say at this point of the tournament, yes, if they don't win gold, you'd be pretty disappointed.